everyone, and welcome to this new episode of Becoming the Product. My name is Naya, and I'll be your host today. So, I realize I have been mentioning product management in the past three episodes, and I didn't really give a definition as to what it is exactly. So, in this episode, I will be explaining what product managers actually do and what product management is. So, product management is such a vast career, as I mentioned before. So, there are a variety of opinions as to what the definition is exactly because it varies across many industries. It varies concerning the products or services being offered. A product manager of a matured product will be different. The duties he does will be different from a product manager of a new product. So, keeping that in mind, I have this framework that I go with that helps me, just puts me in line. It's easy for me to remember. It gives me a general perspective as to what product managers actually do. Now, this 3D framework was developed by the Hello PM community in India. It categorizes the PM's job into three major categories. The first one is what you call the discovery, the second is define, and the last is delivery. In the discovery phase, the major aim of a PM is to identify problems and also understand what the business goals are. So as a PM, not only are you trying to solve problems or understand pain points of customers, you also have to put in line the goals of the business that you're working for. Whatever you're doing has to be in line with what the vision or what the mission of the company is. So in this stage, what the product manager does is to collect data. So by doing that, they do user research, they do market research, they talk to the customers, try to understand their pain points. Also do market research, try to figure out who the competitors are. Then while doing all this, they also look at the business. Okay, what is the business goal? Do we make more revenue? Do we grow user base? And they collect data from all this and use that to prioritize the problem that they should be solving. Now, when you move to the second stage, which is the define stage, now you're trying to provide more clarity. You've identified the problem, now it's to find the solution. So in the second stage, product manager brainstorms solutions, try to use prioritization frameworks to do that. There are a lot of those, but two major ones that I am familiar with is the Moscow method and the impact versus effort, which basically states that the solution you should go for should be the one with the highest impact, but as minimal efforts to carry it out as possible. Now, after identifying the solution, you also have to identify what we call metrics. Metrics are what you use to measure that the solution that you picked will be successful. So, after identifying the metrics, then you provide clarity for your team members and your stakeholders. And you do that by putting all this into a document that they call the product requirement documents, the PRDs. Now, after doing that, you might be required to do a presentation. In this stage, the whole aim is that you're providing clarity. You're the one that will be the voice of the customer. You're the one going to explain everything that is going on. You're going to tell the story. That is why communication skills is key. Now we'll move to the third stage, which is the delivery stage. Now we've had the problem, we figured out the solutions, we figured out how we're going to measure it, we've brought it out in the open, and everybody has weighed in on it. And in the delivery stage, the aim of the product manager there is to execute that product and ensure that value is given to the users. So in this stage, you are majorly doing collaborations. You are majorly managing teams. So you are going to talk with the designers and the engineers. You're going to develop the product. You're going to test that product. Then you're going to talk with the marketing and sales team, and you're going to develop what we call go-to-market strategies, which will be used to, like marketing strategies that will help you launch this product into the market the best way possible. So after doing that, you're just managing everybody. Then you manage the launch of the product. You monitor the metrics to be sure that you're measuring what you're supposed to measure that ensures success. Then you would what they call iterate. You're doing it all over again. So it's not just a straight line as to what product managers do. It's like a loop. So even though you've put the product on the market, you go back to stage one. Okay, now that the product is in the market, you carry out feedback, so you carry out another research that, okay, Do people like this product? If they don't like it, what do they, or if they like it, what do they want to be added to it? What extra features do they want to be added to it? You take all that, is it in line with my business goals? You prioritize features, you go to the define stage, you look at solutions, how to make those features good to the eye, make it user friendly, like that. And that's how you keep going until the product reaches its end stage. That's why they say the product manager's work is not linear, it's always in a loop. So when you look at all these three, basically, in a definition, when you're trying to define product management, in my opinion, it's just how you manage the product lifecycle, basically. From when you have that idea or you have that problem that you need to solve up until when you launch the product. The product management is all about managing each stage of that process, from the ideation stage to researching stage to after researching, you build, then you test it, then you launch it. Every step of the way, product management is all about managing it all. Some people will even tell you that product management is the intersection between customers, business, and technology, which is kind of what we've been talking about. You identify the customer's pain points, you also identify the business goals, then you use technology to solve the problem. So I hope with all this, you have like a clearer outlook as to what product management is. It differs from every industry and every type of product because of how vast it is. But there are general frameworks that guide you. And to me, this framework is easy for me to remember. That's why I stick with it. So you have the discovery stage, the define stage, and you have the delivery stage. So thank you so much for listening. I hope you enjoyed this episode. You can drop a comment or a feedback as to what you think product management is to you, how you define it yourself, and how you look at the responsibilities of a product manager. I look forward to hearing from all of you. See you in the next episode. Thank you so much. Have a good day.